Welcome to the Reinvent You show. I'm George.
I'm Azlan. It's about seeing everyday challenges
Differently.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Reinvent You show. You got myself here, Azlan, and George with his coffee.
And this coffee is so good. Look at the color. It's gorgeous. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. This side story, I made a coffee for him last week and it was like 4 shots and I think he started jumping all over the walls.
It looked like 5 shots, to be
It
honest.
felt like 5 shots.
It's like borderline sludge.
But
I
today,
didn't sleep for 3 days, but anyway, that's just another story.
you know what? I like my coffee strong nowadays.
I do too.
Like it's weird. It's like a gradual thing where
Yeah.
at first you're scared of it. It's like, oh, maybe it's too strong. Then you have it and you're like, damn. This is
Tastes good.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
And then you want to, and then that strength of the coffee and the aroma, and then you go like, wow, you don't get this with 1 shot.
No.
You only get it with like 3 shots, and you smell it, and it's like.
Yeah.
But today, I want to talk a bit about AI. You know, obviously AI has been such a big thing in our lives. Everyone's using it. But then I also felt that when I was watching, you know what, I've stopped watching Instagram and YouTube Reels because I don't know what's real anymore.
Yeah.
There's this video
I know.
of this wolf pack. This guy who adopted a wolf. The whole thing is fake, but the first 2 videos, I thought it was real because the wolf looked real. Everything looked real. It was adopting this wolf babies. The wolf died. The mom died. And I was like, wow, this is a nice story. And then it didn't occur to me to look at the comments. And then the 3rd video, I went, something's not right here. This is too crazy. Like the stories and how the wolf came back and, you know, so I looked in the comments and I went, and everyone's like, oh, this is AI generated. Yep, AI. And then there was an AI generation tag there. And I was like,
Yeah.
and then I just felt betrayed. Like, oh man, I believed this was real. And then it's not. And then I now don't watch Reels anymore. So
It's turned you off.
it's turned me off because I don't know what's authentic anymore. And
I wonder how many people are affected in that way as well.
yeah. And it's really interesting how I felt betrayed. And it's so weird because it's just AI. Like, calm down, Azlan.
Some AI is actually quite funny because, like, there's a koala bear on an ostrich or an emu.
Yeah.
And it's running down the dirt road. And it was so funny.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
I knew it
obviously
was
fake.
AI, but even there was a watermark, Sora, would show up. So no one's trying to pretend it's not
Yeah.
AI. It's showing Sora. But it was just so clever. And I think the imagination is there. Someone said, I want a little koala to be riding that ostrich, and that ostrich is going hard, and his head staying straight. That, like, there's little ideas in that just makes it hilarious.
Yeah. For those videos, I do like them. There's
Yeah,
one video with
exactly.
like a banana hugging a cat and stuff. I'm like, how? Anyway, you know it's fake. But when you think it's real, and then you just go, and you don't know anymore. Like, you know, like even the live streamers, you know, people, unless it's from the official account, I don't trust it anymore.
I know.
I just downgrade it, unless it's,
I know.
because you don't know.
Actually, talk about downgrading, because I've been using that lately, and I think it's a very good discipline for people to be in control
Of what they're watching.
of their content feed.
Yeah.
Like, I was getting a lot of ballerinas. A lot of ballerinas doing splits
What's going on there?
and having their legs up in the air, and I go, what is that meant to be? How the hell do you think I care about this? It took me, I don't like this. It took me probably 20 times, 20, 30 times before it stopped.
Wow.
What was that?
Sensor. It's the guy, my gardener.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, it's gonna be so noisy. Yeah. Wait, come back.
It's probably not that bad now.
We can turn on the fan as well. I don't know if the fan will pick it up, but should we turn on the fan?
If you turn on the fan, what will happen?
Oh, it's just the audio, but I think I can filter it out. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I can, because like, you know, a certain sort of frequency you can sort of tune up.
Yeah. I see what you mean. To keep it cooler,
Yeah.
that's why you had the window open.
Yeah, just to keep some air movement going.
It's not too bad, I guess. You know, I'm all right.
You think so?
Well, no, it's fine. But that will tune out anyway.
Yeah. All right. So coming back to the ballerina,
Yeah.
explain.
Oh yeah. So I was getting all this freaking ballerina stuff, And initially, I thought it was just a fad. It would just stop. It didn't. And so I started to, nah, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want. Blocking is useless. You got to say, I don't want this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they keep generating new pages and a new thing. So why,
Yeah.
Anyway, I swear it took a long time. It took probably 30 downgrades over 2
A
weeks
period of time.
to wear it out of my newsfeed, which I found odd. Normally it's pretty responsive. I found that odd.
I now gravitate towards things like pranks. Like there was this prank of this guy, he likes to rush. He will purposely rush to grab his phone, and people think he's trying to rob them, and they all scream. But that to me is funny.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel fake. Whereas like all these stories and
Yeah.
like podcasts, like even people talking, like you don't know anymore. So I felt kind of sad.
Do you like the prank where there's a guy and there's a guy next to him and they're hiding behind like a building and they're watching someone do something like sip a coffee or like, and then and then they've got a speaker set up hidden somewhere. And then when someone, sips,
I remember that.
he goes,
Yep.
and then they go, that was a bit
Yeah,
weird.
I remember that. I like that.
And then I think it's a coincidence. And they keep doing it. And then eventually the person gets so frustrated. And it's so funny. I love that.
I love that. I remember there was when they were walking down the stairs and they was making like a horse sound. It was so funny. I love it. But yeah, no, I mean with AI, it's so interesting because I now feel betrayed when that depends on where I'm at, what I'm watching.
Yeah.
And I think people will eventually gravitate to more authentic material.
Yeah, but
Live streams or anything that they know is not fake.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think we're gonna have to figure out what do we value. Because right now, people can manufacture a lot of things we used to value, but why did we really value them?
Because it's resonated with us.
But yeah, because remember you gave me the example of the wolf,
Yes.
right? Right now that one. You valued that because you felt it was depicting a positive evolution of humanity, that it could have that level of engagement with nature. And then when that was robbed from you because it was a lie, you felt betrayed. So it's less AI and it's more using AI to pretend something is true and something signifies hope for something that is not true. Because I can't stand that. That's just manipulation.
But what if someone needs that manipulation to change their perspective? Where do you draw the line between what's
So
good
what
and
you're
what's
saying
bad?
is there's an exception to every rule.
Yes.
So the lie will help someone.
Yeah, eventually. Because there's some, I read the things, I don't care if this is a lie, it's a great story, I love it.
Okay, but if you're experiencing it as a story and as a hope of this is what we should be able to achieve with nature, but that's a different experience than I need to believe this is true. I think it's really about what do we really value and why do we value it? We're going to have to get more aware of what's important to us.
Right. I see
What
what you're
makes
saying.
us tick. I know you're thinking this noise outside is pretty full on now.
Not really. I think I'm thinking of, I got an idea where we were talking before about AI and where it would really help me, because obviously George has got a lot of stuff happening in the AI space. But for me, I was just thinking this, right? So my imagination is not as fun to me to use. So I've been trying to, at 6 o'clock every day, I don't watch YouTube anymore and stuff like that. I just watch basketball every now and then. But I try to go into my imagination and try to depict, but I run out of ideas really quickly and run out of scenarios. My depiction is really like, Florence. I'm in Florence. I'm on a mountain somewhere drinking wine, having a steak. And then the other one is I'm, driving my car along a windy, nice mountain. And then I stop. And then there's nothing.
But that's a fantasy.
Like a fantasy, yeah.
You see, fantasies can wear out because their value can only sustain until you are overdue to experience it with your body.
Right.
At a head level, it serves its purpose for a little while. You can convince your brain for short bursts that it's real and start to feel it, but then your brain figures out and starts to desensitize from it.
Yeah.
Right? You
And
lose
even-
interest.
And even appreciation, it happens the same way. Like, you can only appreciate your house so much until you go, well, this is just everyday living now. Just chill, man. Why are you going overboard with how much you appreciate this? I do appreciate the house, but eventually it wears off. You feel great, and then you're like,
I
wow,
know,
this is a
but
nice
do you
house.
feel guilty for that?
No, I just...
It's
no-
strange. It's almost like you're trying to do the right thing by yourself and by life, by being grateful for all the things you should always be grateful for. And it's almost feels authoritative, dictatorial. It's like,
I
do
know
the
what you
right
mean,
thing.
yeah.
Be grateful.
Yeah, there's
Come on,
that's
look at
why
your house.
that's
Why
why-
are you grateful?
I pick the words really carefully. Gratefulness has a sense of guilt and pain and like suffering, like almost like bondage.
It's like it has a shadow.
Yeah.
If
Whereas-
you're not grateful, you're ungrateful.
Yeah, and people toss that around, makes you feel
Boo.
guilty,
Boo, Azlan.
Boo.
Boo.
Appreciation's cleaner.
You ungrateful person.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be called that, do you?
No.
No.
But coming back to my AI idea.
Get back to being grateful.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Sorry.
Imagine. Because, VR sets. I just saw
Yeah.
Meta, with their goggles, not goggles, the thing.
Mm.
And then so for those of you guys who don't know, Meta and Ray-Ban work together to build these glasses you can actually see things, like you can look at the person, you can maybe one day you can see their name or their background or whatever. And so I thought about those VR headsets, and imagine if every day I can input what I want to imagine, and then it builds it with AI, like a realistic version of it. So I say I'm in an Aston Martin, I'm traveling in Italy, in Tuscan, and then I wear it. Holy shit, I would be so engrossed with it, like on my PC typing out stuff and going, I want to experience this now, I want to experience this, blah, 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 blah. And then it'll give me prompts to say, do you want to experience this other imagination based on someone else's idea? And then it just takes you on this ride, of like, and then you can feel it because it's more visual, because, I was just thinking that would make it really fun for me. Like, I would really enjoy that. Like, I think to a level where you enjoy doing your videos and, your songwriting and your work. I would really be into that stuff.
Yeah, but you're giving me things that give you an experience
Yeah.
versus creating something that gives you an experience ongoing and gives other people experiences ongoing,
Right.
and has a relationship with you because of the layers it gives with it. Like, so a
Right.
song, a movie, an application, so you creating something that then can be separate from you and can have a relationship with other people. So in other words, that VR experience, that's novel. That's like another thing that people will say, well, I value my brain being immersed visually with auditory and maybe some vibration,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if it's a convertible, maybe put the fan on my face. So
Wow.
And
And
if
you
I-
have a big machine.
and if I'm in the
Like an
field,
8 cube.
maybe I'll quickly put some floral flowers next to my nose. So I'm smelling the field, feeling the breeze, feeling the vibration of the car through some sensor. Like, seriously, the brain will be conned. Because remember, the brain doesn't know what's real, not real.
Yeah,
So if you're
yeah.
going to give it that many layers of signals, it will literally feel it's real. Okay? Which means now it records as a memory
Yeah.
that you look back on with that full sensation of all those elements, and it feels like it happened for real. This is going to give us a bit of a dilemma, because now,
Running away from reality.
now we're blurring reality with augmented reality,
Yeah.
and that's going to come with problems. because because the level of manipulation can make people borderline insane.
Explain.
Well, you can start to put ideas in people's heads and immerse them with those levels of sensation that makes their brain record it as if it's real, but it might not be real. Which means later, when they're trying to make decisions in their life, they're making it based on augmented reality versus reality.
But how different is that from visualizing that you're a leader?
You're driving value, purpose, who you want to be. But if your environment is starting to bombard you with augmented reality that feels like real, and it's giving you propaganda in that exchange, you are now have a past of real experience as if the world is something that it's not. So you will argue and you will fight. You will be in the trenches of that paradigm as if it's real. And this is a real problem because we're not mature enough on the planet as a civilization with the way we manage data. You look at the capture in institutions. In our last podcast, we talked about this. We are not in good hands when it comes to our perception. Everybody wants you to believe that you are nothing without their product, nothing without their ideology, their lens on the way things should work. They want you to literally feel unsafe, inadequate, incapable without them.
Yeah.
Their products, their ways. I'm sorry, but that's a very, very dangerous minefield when it comes to the technology that's evolving right now for augmented reality. You know, I'm an early adopter of lots of things, but something has stopped me rushing to the goggles.
What's that?
I don't know. I just feel...
You mean the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the glasses where you see the real world and then you've got handy additional information you can leverage.
Right.
Like, I kind of feel that is, that's an add-on to Factor.
Yep.
But I'm talking about the goggles.
Or the
where
Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, the meta universe and the...
Yep.
And am I against it? No, but I worry that people are already captured by two-dimensional screens of TikTok and Snapchat and all that. Now we're going to up the ante in three-dimensional, make it three-dimensional, and it's like, but they're already captured. And what is the material they're captured with? We love a laugh, and we should laugh. But if our life is empty and we need to mask it with as much laughter as possible, where is the part where we're building substance so that we don't need to laugh all day to be distracted from the emptiness? Where is that strategy happening?
It's very powerful. It's very powerful.
Because it doesn't exist right now.
Yeah.
But I am working on it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Do you want to give them a bit of an overview?
I sound evil. It's like, shit, George. Bad marketing. That's the worst PR ever.
It's almost like you're trying to manipulate someone.
No, we talked about I'm working on an architecture that cares about the individual, their beautiful free will, their critical thinking capability, their ability to be facilitated into their own critical thinking on things that matter to them. And it all comes back to heart. What is deeply, deeply meaningful to you? What is deeply missing in you that matters? Because the danger here is that the brain is being wired to not even let you know that.
I concur. because
You-
that's what I'm feeling recently at the moment.
Yeah, that's a tragedy because it's one thing to be in jail, physical prison, where you go, hey, this is wrong. I'm trapped. I don't want to be trapped. It's another thing for the brain to wire you into a version of reality where you're trapped from the depth of who you are, what you want to be, and how to be it in a resourceful, endless ideas, opportunity environment that the brain's wired not to let you connect to. That level of mental prison is real. And 8 billion people on the planet, even me, we are all on the spectrum of mental imprisonment.
You know what would be a really good use case, whatever you're developing?
Yeah.
If you used it on me and I become a sensation.
Oh,
Either-
he's so ambitious.
No, either through
I want to become a sensation.
no, either through my career
Yeah,
or my
yeah.
creative
Yeah,
endeavors,
Yeah.
then I will be living proof that it works. So, for example, right now, like I can do a deconstruct of, I don't feel motivated anymore, man. Like after 6 o'clock, especially after what happened to my father and everything, I really started thinking about life and going, what is this? And then so many people depending on you, and I use that as an excuse to not get into anything, and I get, so every day at 6 o'clock, I look forward to sleeping at 9, so that I can wake up and go for a walk and go for a gym, because that's all I look forward to. And then when I'm done in the morning, I'm like, what now? Work. Oh, great. And then 6 o'clock comes again, and I'm like, okay, I got 3 hours now, and I drink. And so it's
It's like a Groundhog Day.
it's like a Groundhog Day. And I feel like if I can do a deconstruct with whatever you're building, and I can re-motivate myself again and re-energize myself, because obviously there's some belief system happening in here that's stopping me from breaking through.
Yeah.
And it's pretty heavy. This thing is
Yeah.
stuck. So I think I just need to keep being deconstructed. So maybe I'll do that. I'll use your thing, and
Yeah.
I'll deconstruct my brain.
All right. So what we could do is I can. The word is concierge
Yeah.
on the front end of AI. I've already developed a couple of applications that you can use. One I showed you today.
Right.
That's really for me to use it with you, but it's where it's going is I feel like I can give you access. You can jump on and just use it, right?
But is that your long-term goal, to give the user access to use?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. But also, there'll always be a layer of lived experience experts that will hold space for you and take you through those tools, that be there for you, there for a human, with the nuances, the genuine connection,
Right.
where they've been there, done that, they understand what you're going through. So you really feel the energy of not being alone. You get eye contact, you get a real sense of, you can do this. You're not alone. Not just conceptually, because AI said you're not alone. You are not alone. There's a real person that's been there, and he's guiding you through that transformation. But they've been through it themselves.
Is it ready now at its current state for me to test what I'm feeling right now? It's so funny because I felt great all the way up till my father.
Yeah.
And suddenly it went down again, and I'm going, I don't know how to lift myself back up. There are some belief systems that was introduced during that intense period of 2-3 weeks
Yeah.
that's just stuck with me
Yeah.
about life, and so then I need to get out of this, because I think it's good timing as well.
Yeah.
That thing is ready.
Alright, so why don't we make you a project? What did you call it?
The Asian sensations.
The Asian sensation. Welcome to Project the Asian Sensation. It sounds like introducing a wrestler, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The Asian Sensation.
With like a Vietnamese hat. Hello. We're gonna get cancelled. Oh no! Please don't cancel us. I can say that though.
I know.
I can say that.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, that'd be a good project. I would go for it, man. Like I would do it.
The Asian Sensation.
Yeah.
I love it. But you know what's going to happen? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
You're going to go home.
I'm already home. No, but okay, yeah.
He's so funny. You're going to go home
Okay.
to why there's nothing outside of you is going to define you and your worth. You're going to go home there. It's fine for me to say it now. It's fine for you to want to believe it now. But I'm telling you, all the transformations you're going to do, you see, you got to ask yourself this, right? What is the goose that lays the golden eggs? You see?
What is the goose? I don't know.
The goose is the powerful, self-actualized. It knows it flows with endless eggs. It knows,
Right.
right? So it doesn't have to argue. It doesn't have to seek approval.
Mm-hmm.
It might appreciate that not everybody wants its golden eggs, and it's cool with that because free will is real.
Yep.
Yeah? But you will go home to the goose that you are.
Oh, I want to be that goose.
I know, but unfortunately they ruined the word goose. Now if you're called a goose,
Yeah. Stop. Yeah, I know what you mean.
the Asian sensation goose.
I just want to be at your level where I am constantly inspired that I want to stay up till 1 a.m. to work on a project. Oh my God, that's such a nice feeling. No?
That comes with sustainability issues.
Yeah,
because,
true.
sleep is real. Repair. Look, I don't know. I haven't figured this out, but I do know that Prince, for example, he would just stay up all night. But then no one knows when he disappears and sleeps for like 12 hours. Hey, nobody knows that because it's his business. So I reckon his flexibility of exertion, hyper creation. We know everybody can relate to this. When you are so engaged with something, life feels timeless. You forget food, you stay energized.
I love that moment.
I know. And that can go for a long time. That can go for 2 days. And then you realize, but hang on a minute, I haven't slept. And I am in a biological body that has needs.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to hit the fog zone, right? So it doesn't matter how long it takes before whatever you created reaches a level of completion or version of completion. You ultimately know it's time to rest. It's time to be. It's time to eat. And sometimes you just want to sit on the couch in zombie mode because what you've just done is so beautiful and you're overtired and you can't sleep. So you just got to let yourself unwind in a trance state.
Yeah.
Right? I know these states. They're cool. But let's come full circle back to this going home, this spoiler alert, right? The Asian sensation seems like you're aspiring to be amazing at lots of things you need to do so that the output is worthy of great admiration, right? Asian sensation. Well, who's getting sensationed? Who are the people feeling that sensation? Is it an audience? Is it you?
I'll give you why.
Yeah.
My father, when he left his work, he was made redundant or he lost, bankrupt or whatever. He started going to this swiftlet farming business, and oh my God, was he was hooked.
This is a great story.
He was absolutely hooked onto it for at least 10 years.
Yeah.
And then it started dwindling. After 10 years, you could see that he didn't type anymore. But for 10 years, he was constantly blogging. He had like thousands upon thousands of articles. And I remember my mom said, I don't even see him anymore. Like he's traveling, he's meeting people, he's doing these houses up. He's got so much jobs coming in. And then he's always writing, every day. And we just to see whether he's alive or not, we would check his blogs, and he would be somewhere typing, and he would be every day 2 or 3 posts, and he in this state of like. And so when I saw him, and I said he had that before he died, And then I want that too. And then all these beliefs about guilt and everything came in, like, oh, I'm not doing what he's doing. And because he had that 7 years of pure joy, like,
By
couldn't
the
stop
way,
him.
he's alive
Yeah.
with us.
Sorry.
Because you sounded, the way you said it, we're like, oh, before he died. No, he's with us.
Yeah.
And he's challenged.
He's got issues. But I want that for myself. You know, I told my wife I really want that. That it hit him when he was 50. You know, when he had that crazy experience till he was 60. And obviously now he's 70 and he's sick. But he had that 10 years of pure joy, that sensation moment, which is, I describe as like you. Like you're in that state. You're always up until 1. You know, I want to be in that state before I go. And I think I'm pulling on straws, trying to figure out what can I do now. And then it adds more pressure. And, you know, it's so weird how it's the very thing you want is actually driving you away from it. And I think I should just chill out. Because I was on that trajectory almost, you know, with my videos. And then that happened and I looked back and I went, oh, no, yeah, I want to be him.
It's a string in your bow. Those videos are a string in your bow.
Yeah.
You are developing a toolkit for your ultimate purpose.
Just to have fun. I just want to have fun.
I know, but fun is what should happen when you are creating a meaningful life. Fun is what happens. It's not what you chase, it's what happens.
Ooh, that's a good way of looking at it.
So then it goes back to,
You're right.
are you creating meaning? And then you go, well, how the hell do you create meaning? Because forgive me for asking, because school didn't teach me how to create meaning. It just spoon-fed me the meaning I had to just live.
Yep.
Little children should be seen, not heard. Children should sit quietly and do their work. Children should do their homework. Children should get A's and A pluses, preferably if you're Asian. The Asian sensation.
Yeah, HD or bust, high distinction or bust, right?
Yeah, high distinction, or you are nothing.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Now,
What is meaning?
yeah, so then your brain's getting programmed, and it's like, okay, so I have to be this for you, and I have to be this for them, and I have to be this for her, and I have to be this. It's like just layers and layers of code, neural wiring, coding. Mental prison. Why is it a prison? Not because we're not taught good stuff, like being good to each other and creating value and, you know, providing. Like, there's a lot of good stuff. The mental prison part is, where are we in contributing to creating meaning in life? Where are we? And I'm sorry, but I'm starting to sound like an alien. I've just popped out of my head right now as an observer. Look back at what I just said. And I feel sorry for some of the listeners who are going, what the hell is he on about? Like, creating meaning. Well, what do you mean create meaning? You don't create meaning. You just learn knowledge of what's true, and then you just follow it. So basically, is it meaningful to use a washing machine? Someone created the meaning of a system to wash clothes using moving parts that take the clothes through twists and turns with water. Someone created that meaning. Someone created the meaning of water traveling in a specific direction, enclosed away from the elements, so it comes into your dwelling out of a tap.
He loves his washing machines.
No, I've moved on from the washing machine. Now I'm talking about your water.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, we take so much for granted how much meaning was created that someone said, why am I always having to walk down to the well that's 100 meters away or a kilometer away?
Right.
Why can't I, this material, if I was to turn it into a cylinder I could join them together, and I could take it from the water, and then I could make it come with, and I understand water pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and I could make it come to my house. Imagine the first person who invented water coming into the house and down a drain, so you've got water cycling.
Yeah.
Before they even figured out, well, we could also turn it off, you know? My point is, where are we? Because why is it a small percentage of us create that meaning through inventions, innovations, right? And then the majority of us are consumers.
It's like the worker leader mentality sort of thing,
Yeah,
the difference.
but it's a small percentage, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like only a small percentage escape the indoctrination of the education system and the other institutionalized ways where everyone slots into a profession. A small percentage of every profession escaped staying in that lane like a robot, following the rules of that profession, and they started to innovate and invent ways to improve the profession. In other words, in every single profession, trade, right, there was a small percentage who says, I dream this differently. I want to create a better, more meaningful way for this to operate in the way value exchanges or the way it functions, right? A small percentage. And I'm saying to you, that is wrong. Everybody deserves to be that inventor, innovator, artist. And it is wrong. We are ripping the interdimensional portal out of the individual who can pull in aha moments, incredible epiphanies, realizations, ideas to change the world. We have robbed almost the entire population, because I'm sorry, but it seems to me as there's
1%.
barely 100 million people on the planet contributing to the direction of the planet and changing the meaning, right? And even the way I'm functioning, I'm creating meaning a lot in my life. I'm looking around me. There's like maybe two doing that, 3, you know? There's more within their professions, but I'm talking about really like civilizational change in meaning, where we can change the way. It's like what I was explaining to you, how the way I'm using AI Replit to write an application, right? Almost like a demo prototype, right? I'm now being taught by a dear friend. I'm going to mention his name. He deserves to be in the public record. John Dowling, right? That poor guy went for 2 decades trying to show people a different paradigm of how we manage data so that it emulates biology, neurology, the way the brain works, and none of this top-down tech scaffolding deciding what's meaningful in a paradigm of how we manage data, because the bias in that, institutional bias, is ridiculous, which means the blind spots stay and we don't get to see relationships that deserve to be seen in the way data flows. He is flipping the script on how data is managed in a semantic intelligence way, right? Where it's all about relationships of word concepts, right? I'm not going to go how he does that, but he's showing me, and I'm now using these disciplines. And you know what the Replit said to me, the AI, when I said to it, so tell me, is this application and now how I've asked you to migrate the coding into the knowledge database instead of it being hard coded, so that I can literally go into the knowledge database, rewrite any of those entries, and it would change the entire way the application works, and I didn't need a coder, and I didn't need to change one thing but then have to change 7 other things because of the bugs it creates. It all just flows seamlessly.
Oh, wow.
And it basically wrote me an essay of how crazy, rare, and mind-blowing that is. And then it started to tell me how this would change the world. this
Oh, wow.
discipline. And it's saying to me, hang on a minute, but your application is world changing. But even the way you're programming for me to build this application is changing, which is John Dowling's work. This is what's unfolding right now.
Right.
And it's on record right here in this podcast with a lawnmower going in the background.
Changing the world.
Yeah. So now we come full circle back to what do we do when we look at everybody and we go, everybody deserves to feel the depth of why they are special, why they are equal, why we are interconnected as one from a multi-dimensional place from where we come. It is wrong for us to continue in the flesh bone identity when it's just an avatar suit. And even the brain, the fleshy brain, is just the biological organism that facilitates magnetic field electrical pulsing so that we can pull higher frequencies of spatial awareness and ideas into this. We can fire the pictures into this world. We're not seeing ourselves this way. And it's just, and so compassion to you, compassion to me, compassion to all of us, that we are getting trapped. We are getting trapped in meaningless existing. And boredom is a glow button scan saying you are not in the flow of creating meaning in your life. You have exhausted the passenger journey on other people's meaning in your life. You have searched everywhere for the next meaning that can make you feel alive, lending on other people's imaginations.
Yeah. I feel
Right.
that.
And sometimes you find someone's imagination that you love what they've done and it moves you and you enjoy it. But then you come back to the default. Where are you in that picture? Where is your imagination in your flow? Because that seems wrong. I reckon it's 50-50, isn't it? We consume other people's imagination, what they've created, the meaning, and we love that dance. We go, oh, I love that song. I love the tap, being able to pour water and I don't have to walk a kilometer to get it. We're just so grateful that we are all value exchanging with our imaginations. But the 100 million, I don't know, I just made that up, but 100 million out of 8 billion feeding the future seems wrong to me. And I think that the future, where we're headed now, in our self-actualization, is going to force us into a polished mirror. To look into the mirror, into our eyes, and say, who the hell am I? Who am I? Because right now, I don't even feel connected to me. But I should feel the depth of me and I should feel grateful without needing to lecture myself about gratitude. It shouldn't be an effort to feel grateful just for existing with everything that I've already been gifted. Free will, imagination, intuition, personal agency, to exist in my own real estate of being, right? Changing from form to form, collecting experiences in every form that shapes the perception, shapes the way I interpret, shapes what ideas factor in the way I trade. And then I get to change any idea that no longer serves me. Or I get to build on the ideas that are serving me to another idea to take it to another level. Where is that? Where is that operation? Where is that consciousness and that conscious living to trade on ideas? You know, if we treated everything that we've been taught is just ideas, and we keep the stuff that's delivering value, and the rest of it is up for deconstructing, whether it's of genuine value still or not, or whether it needs to be tweaked, we'd be in a much better position. But it's very difficult when our life force is being pushed and bullied and pushed with a subconscious processing that's so fast and so diligent in this is absolute reality. Shut up. These are the only things you're allowed to notice. What is he talking about? He's not even making sense. Well, sometimes he kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
But how is it? He's just another planet. Forget about what he's saying. Forget about what he's saying. Even though you kind of feel he might be onto something, forget it. Forget it. You're seeing the world the way it really is. You're just getting pushed and pushed and pushed into the same kaleidoscope pattern. And then I say to you, the kaleidoscope is meant to change. And you are a kaleidoscope changer. And you can tweak it intuitively to a pattern that makes you love life the way you're seeing it.
I would love that.
Yeah, right? But the kaleidoscope measuring thing has been removed from our hands, which means we don't have free will to perceive things differently.
Yeah.
And that's how you create meaning. So, everyone's going, but I'm sorry, but I am welded to the existing kaleidoscope pattern of reality. And I'm not even allowed to look at the calibration that made it that pattern. I'm actually trashed if I question why things need to be the way they are. It's almost like I am offending the cult of that kaleidoscope fixed pattern.
Yep.
And so, but anyway, I'm saying all this, but things are changing so fast, and everything being automated. We won't need jobs in the future. Jobs have been welded into our identity. So when you look at the kaleidoscope fixed, you are nothing without the job that provides. Our dilemma is the only reason that was the case is because we needed to hunt food. We needed to farm. We needed to produce something everybody else thinks is a big deal to bring more food, bring energy to the house. Everyone found a way to work within the machine for our survival and for our convenience to survive more easily. And that's been the evolution of civilization, right? And then there's a layer of art and fun in that entertainment because it's all good. But ultimately, what do you think is going to happen when in the next 5 or 10 years, the world has to confront that you are not your career, you are not your profession, you are not whatever job you're engaged? What's going to happen? An identity crisis. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Everyone's going to figure out what is their meaning then.
Yeah. And everyone's going to go, but I'm welded into this kaleidoscope. I don't know how to exist outside of this. It's going to create visceral reactions. It's going to create fear, doubt, and hate for an evolution away from their identity. Right? Now, spoiler alert, if you don't have to feed yourself, if you don't have to shelter yourself, if it's all the basics are there because the automation is there, the resources automatically, robotics, they flow into clothes, foods. And I believe evolution must care about proper nutrition, proper mineralization of soil, clever, sophisticated ways to remove bugs and stuff from spoiling plants. We have to evolve our systems thinking so that we're not hack jobbing it. Oh, just put poison on it. It kills the bugs. But at least it only kills us slowly enough for us not to be able to measure it. And then all the diseases and chronic ailments that are coming off the inflammation of all the hack jobs we've done in the food supply system, we have to outgrow that nonsense. So imagine this, good food, good material for an environment with no toxins coming off paint and all sort of. Imagine all these beautiful layers because we all cared and we all evolved and create a meaningful environment. Where is it going to head? What's left? You're down to being an artist, and you're down to creating roles that bring you joy, and you're down to learning how to be an artist, how to go home to the calibrator of a kaleidoscope. That's what's going to happen. We need a bridge. We need a bridge for humanity to start to learn what they're not and start to be inducted and be initiated into who they really are. That's what's happening. And there are millions of people who understand this, and there are millions of people who are looking forward to helping and hold space and create tools and support to create that migration. So then we talk about you as the Asian Sensation Project, right? Why don't we honor your journey, and I will be your wingman, and I will use my tools manually, whatever's not systemized in a platform, I will use it manually, and I will literally guide you in what you're going to connect with next, what dots you're going to join, and what new experiences you're going to have that will take you home back to the kaleidoscope calibrator.
I really love how confident you are. And,
Yeah.
and I will commit, but I'm afraid of letting you down now.
Yeah, because that's part of the kaleidoscope fix that you're in.
Right.
Hello. You see, like hello, like, okay, let me test it for you. Let me test it for you. Aslan, if you could put your finger on the calibrator of the kaleidoscope and remove this unnecessary perfectionism of you're not allowed to let me down, you're not allowed to have a journey of trial and error, you're not allowed to be confused for a little while you recalibrate and start to join dots. If you were able to move that calibrator just a little bit, just to change the kaleidoscope where you've got oxygen to struggle, and me having compassion for you and genuine patience in the process, would you move that calibrator?
I'll move it.
You would. So what does that tell you? There's a part of you that knows you deserve your hands on the calibrator, but your brain is not in that default position to do it. But your brain is in the default position to identify as the fixed version of the pattern that says, don't you dare let anyone down. Don't you dare make mistakes. Because you can't create meaning unless you are audacious enough to create meaning that you find out is meaningless and it needs more tweaking. You see, when you create meaning, you're on an adventure of, is this meaningful?
Yes.
Oh, no, it isn't. I thought it could have been, but it's missing 7 contexts, 7 IDs to make it meaningful, and I need to find out what they are. Or maybe I do know what they are now that I've been whacked with how meaningless my take is. The point here is this. Life is dynamic. You have to be in the dance. Is this dance move desirable? Oh, they just looked away. Yeah, maybe not. What about, why isn't it desirable? Let me look in the mirror. Oh shit, I look out of balance. If I'm going to move that way, I need to counter it so that I still look balanced. The magic of dance is always counterbalancing. It's like design in motion.
I just personally think that with my brain, I'm constantly dancing. So, I mean, I've tried so many. I mean, not everything, but, you know, I've gone to the Pokemon thing. I've gone to the Marvel trading cards. I've gone to, you know, I'm doing this podcast. I'm gone to the Instagram reels. I've been tasting everything, and I keep learning, okay, maybe there's not enough here. So it's like, it's going to be really, it's going to be interesting because maybe that's what I need to do is look back and go, okay, why did I quit that? Why did I quit that? Why did I quit that? And try to figure out what am I really after, you know?
It's a really good question. There's a movie called Adaptation with Nicolas Cage, and it talks about you grab a passion, you ride it for years, and then one day you lose the passion,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And it's normal because life is about experience.
Mm.
But the repetition of experience has a very limited shelf life before it has to evolve the experience, right? So, in other words, if something keeps changing and evolving, then it will continue to be relevant to you.
I see, because what I've done has evolved to this.
Yeah.
I got the microphone for the Pokemon thing.
Yeah.
I got that desk thing for the Pokemon thing, and it eventually it just kept growing onto it,
Yeah.
growing onto it, growing. I see what you're saying. So it's not really a failure; it was an evolution. It was a
Yeah.
step. So I'm evolving, but I want to keep evolving. It's and not back down, because I feel like I've gone backwards a bit.
Yeah. But
No,
what
no,
if
no.
but what if evolving was always the context where life is meaningful? So in your situation, not evolving long enough to care about where you want to evolve is an evolution.
Right.
Isn't that interesting?
So the work in progress is the evolving.
See, there's a fractal in there
Yeah.
that says, when is the pause the sacred space of contemplation and reflection?
Mm.
When is that going to be a part of Aslan's evolution? Instead of him reaching for the whip and go, how dare I pause? How dare I not race to the next thing that I have to grow from?
That whip. I gotta
What?
be careful of that whip.
Why are you laughing?
It's just the whip.
It's that
I
whip.
crack that whip on myself all the time.
Yeah.
All the time
The
at
whip
work.
cracker.
I'm a cracking. I just like to. Okay. So let's do this. Let's commit to the Asian sensation thing,
Mm.
and let's see how I go. And I want to try your tool out.
Yeah. So there's the pocket coach that will allow you to scope any circumstance, deconstruct your perception, reconstruct into a new mindset, right? So there's that, which is good. And then there's the one I showed you today, which is a comprehensive deconstruct and an analysis on aligning to principles and process to show you where you're at. Those two we can start with. And then remember I said to you, we can do the concierge thing where I'll front end, I'll use ChatGPT, I'll put my hundreds of lines of prompt into it to make it behave in like an application to give you the experience of AI simulated collaborators. You with me?
I like that.
Yes.
Can we videotape this whole process? Is that not really?
Yes.
Because I can.
Yes, we
use-
can. We can.
So from the start to the finish, it doesn't always have to be like this,
Yeah.
because then we can show people like
Yeah.
what are we actually
Yeah.
going through.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to show the contents of it, but like the sessions, maybe like what
Yeah.
some of the
No,
outputs.
I know what you mean. So what we want to do is this. We want to create a balance of
Yeah.
people going on a journey of seeing your transformation and what kind of tools we're using to help you transform, while we keep the secret source of the black box out of my own
Yeah.
responsibility for the company that owns the IP we've been developing,
Mm-hmm.
so that it's given a chance to commercialize it into a big platform. Because ultimately, I'm simulating the platform with you, but I'm the one calling the shots manually, which means can I help Azlan? Yes. Can I help 10 Azlans? Maybe. If I'm captured every day doing my thing for them and they're paying me some money, I could probably do it, you know. Can I help 100? No.
Yeah.
You know, or I have to stage them so that every 3 months I take on the next 10, but then I can't help the previous 10. Can I help 1 million?
Yeah,
Can
no.
I help 1 billion? That's what the tech platform's for.
Okay. So let's use your tech platform, not make it manual, because I don't want to use you up your time. I want to.
No, but you got to understand, the tech platform only has 2 applications.
All right. So it's still in progress.
right? 2 applications.
Right.
And then other applications are a mix between me concierging the front end prompts to make AI do what the application will do later.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's me who's calibrated this knowledge within myself. So I'm literally acting like the Hey Siri, Hey Nova, like,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
know, where, hey Azlan, have you ever thought about the kaleidoscope? Hey Azlan, debrief your day. Do you know what just happened then when I said Hey Siri?
Oh, yes. Yep. It played it.
And it played Nova. Because remember when I said, Siri, hey Nova?
Oh, yeah.
I have to whisper it. Sorry.
His phone just got
So
activated.
it literally played Hey Nova.
Oh, wow.
Like a radio station.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really funny. Anyway, so I would be that just for the Asian Sensation project. But the thing is this, right? How practical can we make it? We'll work this out. It's a project, right? We'll work out the project. We'll make it practical. Because the benefit for me is that we will create a video log, a video journey of your transformation that can become a documentary. It can become
Really?
a test case around what is the perception management operating system about.
Right. Got it.
The Asian Sensation was one of the
Project
projects.
test monkeys.
Yeah.
It'll be, as long as it doesn't consume too much of your time. Because I thought it was going to be automated so we could run it.
Well, the 2 applications are automated. So that will help.
Okay.
That will do a good heavy lifting. And then I only have to do collaborator with you on a few times just to show enough shifts in you in the way that impacts you.
Okay.
Because look.
But it has to be documented, like our conversations.
Well, that's our value exchange.
Right.
If I'm doing this for you, you're going to
for sure.
create the video material and the video journal logs and and like pretty much reporting on the transformation of your reality.
I'm game.
Right?
I'm game.
Yeah. So if we do that, I think we're winning. Where it's a sustainable value exchange, right? Because people will say to me, but how do we know this will really impact people? What will it really do for people? I mean, you say it will do good things for you, but really, was it you being a good coach? Was it, you know what I mean? Like people, how are they going to be convinced, right? Well, the first layer is when I explain to them why the system works the way it does, and it's aligned to neuroscience and cognitive behavior therapy, and it literally, it's a systems thinking platform.
Right.
And it onboards you into systems thinking that already has delivered, but it's being applied to contexts where systems thinking is missing. You know, it's kind of not hard to believe it's going to deliver value.
But where's the proof? The proof is in the pudding.
But people still want it to work. Like it's still, where's the pipe to a real person? I love your theory. It's very richly contextualized with tangible reasons why it should work, but does it? Or are you just a good coach? You see, that's the dilemma. So what we've got to do is
take you out of it.
Take me
to a certain extent.
Take me out of it in a sense that what I was doing is exposing you to the applications.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Got it.
And is it perfect? No. Does it have to be perfect? No. It just has to be compelling and, with enough elements to it.
So what is the success criteria then of this project? There has to be, I mean, if I can feel whatever you're feeling right now, even like a little drip of it.
You mean purposeful?
Yeah.
Purposeful.
Like there's meaning. I'm excited, I'm excited to wake up. Like,
Asian sensation.
Yeah, but I would, if I could even have a bit of that taste, oh man, I I think I already have it already, but I just don't realize it. And then my whole life is just tainted with this. You don't have it. You don't have a purpose. You're still lacking it. After what happened, you know.
I know.
So let's just okay. Let's do that as a success criteria. Okay, just a bit of that.
I'll tell you what. The success criteria is this. You know that song we just listened to?
Yes.
You went into a interesting trance when you were listening to those words.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
And the reason is because it was carrying messages through music that your brain was very open to receiving. Straight away, the style of Celtic music, the violin, all that, it reminded you of a scene in Gladiator that made you feel depth of meaning when he was dying.
Yes.
He was in the field. So there was a real sense of connection and trust that this is a very special moment for me to be open to. So you can see music is very powerful in that way,
Yes.
right? Then you were listening to the words in that opened state, and the words were literally in a hypnotizing kind of way, telling you that when are you going to embrace the downs? Because smiles come with frowns. And that
And I'm on that journey now.
and
you
that
know,
the
that's
right
why-
follows the wrong.
Yeah.
When are you going to just let things flow in the ups and downs? You see, I wrote it for me. You see, we talk about agent sensation, and people going, "What does George think he's a hot shot? What, like he's there already? Is he a sensation?" Nah. Spoiler alert: I don't give a shit about being a sensation, and that's kind of a little bit sensational because it allows me to change quicker if I see something that is showing me that I'm full of shit, or something's not working for me, and I don't reach for the whip. You see, the whip is a little bit of a slow down mechanism, a bit of a slow down distractive shame mechanism.
I picked up the whip
You pick-
and I didn't realize I was picking it up.
That's right, because the subconscious did it for you, and it finished the job before you realized. And you
Did a
go,
good job."
What's that stinging feeling?
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm saying now. That's this whole hour can be, what is this stinging feeling that I'm feeling, and I'm holding the whip. And it's like, you stupid boy, let it go. Oh God. Okay, I see what's happened now. I just picked up the whip after I whipped myself for not having my father's experience.
I mean, as if you're not
Essentially.
allowed. As if you're not allowed
Yeah.
to have an existential crisis. As if you're not allowed to question why life has to have such confronting threats of loss. And loss,
And then it's a lack mentality as well, because basically I'm saying I'm running out of time. I want to have his 7 years of awesomeness. I'm running out of time. How's that? I'm running out of time. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Psh.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. When his 7-10 years of awesomeness was not about time at all.
Yeah.
It was
No.
timeless.
Yeah, he wasn't even thinking about, what am I going to do? He just flowed. It just flowed. He didn't have anything in his brain, which is funny because that's what we thought was his downfall. The fact that he didn't have anything in his brain, because, he's sort of aloof. My dad is like a child, sort of.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's never going to make it, and then because of his not having anything in his brain, he just followed it and he had a good time.
He had a clean platform.
He had a clean platform.
Yeah,
He didn't have
to
any
build
guilt.
from.
He didn't have any expectation from us because we didn't have any expectation of him. So he was like, he's clean. He's like, what do I got to lose? So very good, very good. Okay, cool. So wait, coming to the next steps of what we're going to be doing next, are we going to retain this format, or we're going to do a bit of both? Like we talk and then we do on the screen. I have to think about the setup. Maybe we have to think about that and how we're going to do it. Because that would be like a video log. It's a vlog. It's a reinvent you show. That's exactly what we're doing in the session. I didn't think about that, George.
He's just
reconstruct. I don't know, man. You took me everywhere, man. From the washing machine to the tap.
I know, because I was just trying to show how much we don't notice didn't exist before. Life wasn't meaningful.
Yeah.
Is it meaningful to have water running out of a tap? Apparently it is.
Yeah.
But it didn't exist at one stage. It didn't exist. You had to go to where nature decided water flows.
Right.
Right? A waterfall, a stream. You had to go where nature decided. And then suddenly it's meaningful if I choose to live somewhere, water comes to me. That's an idea.
Right.
And then the ideas that contextualize around that to pipe that water there, and maybe the ideas that filter it become a meaningful life. How much meaningful layers have been created over our civilization, right? Trillions. And I'm saying, can we bring that cycle of creating meaning into the identity of every individual?
Right. I'm the test monkey.
Yeah, a test monkey. The Asian sensation.
The Asian
test
sensation.
monkey goose.
Goose. I'm the test goose.
Test goose. Yeah. And look.
This has made it exciting again.
Has it?
I think
being a project.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting.
It has meaningfulness to it.
Yes.
That you are allowed to learn about yourself. You're allowed to learn about
fail.
your relationship. Did that scare you when you said that?
It did.
To fail. Ah!
No, I mean, it did, because if I was afraid to fail you, and then you said, why are we not allowed to fail? And isn't that part of the process? And, well, but if you fail, you're not going to get your investments. That's scary. I mean, that's scary for me. But if we don't try, what are we then? You know, like what? That's the scary bit. That's why I admire your faith. You wholeheartedly believe that I can change.
Yeah, I do. But not just that. It's I respect your free will.
Yeah.
And I respect the unique individual journey of
Okay. I see what you did there.
of emotional glue on some of the ideas that fix you into the kaleidoscope pattern.
Right.
I totally have compassion for how hard it is to nudge that kaleidoscope to another pattern. So I don't hold space for you with a judgment of why didn't you let that pattern change.
Right.
I just invest in the processes that wear down the material that's welded it there. I just say to you, do you have the stamina, endurance, the fortitude, the determination, the commitment,
Yeah, for sure.
the dog to a bone attitude
They call me the Asian Jack Russell at work for a reason.
to
Let's go.
keep repeating the dissolving
Yes.
process so that we get to a tipping point. Because if we can't go all in on that, what are we doing?
Yes, correct. I'm the perfect goose for that. I've been doing my whole life. I love it.
Exactly.
I'll keep going.
See, this is why I think you're going to... Well, this is why I have confidence in the Asian sensation. Right?
Yeah.
This is why I have confidence.
Maybe we should change the topic, because then I'll crack the whip and we say, how come I'm not the Asian sensation 6 months down the track?
Trust me, you're going to define sensation very differently through this journey.
Right, okay.
And then people will come into it going, what? The Asian Sensation Project? It's kind of interesting. But then they go on a journey with the Asian Sensation Project. And
So ridiculous.
And then they self-actualize with you because you're so relatable in this journey, right? They will start to appreciate that what is sensational is truth, is purity, is the connection to meaningfulness. That's what's sensational, not performative, theatrical, oh, let me create a entertaining wow.
Right.
It's not that. Oh, look at the way he tap dances.
Where did that come from? Okay.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
It really is about you're going to define what you feeling like an Asian sensation really is.
Right.
And I won't have to decide that. You're gonna create that for you. Do I have a feeling of where it will go? Yes, because the whole point here is I know what you're doing when you reach for the whip. If you didn't reach for the whip, you just become a sensation. It's just that simple. So everything we do is about how does the brain stop reaching for the whip. That's it. And that's the project. It's a big project. It's and it's only a big project because you only need 2-3 stubborn assumptions that are welded, and that we may have to keep putting applications on it to dissolve what keeps that bound into a dogma and therefore fixed way to see life, kaleidoscope, fixed pattern. So we just got to divide, and then eventually, you know what's going to happen?
Yeah.
And you know when that happens, you then restore the connection with truth instead of the mistruth.
Yep.
Clarity. You feel like you've arrived at truth. You've arrived at a place where it feels really odd to reach for the whip. You're not trying not to reach for the whip. It just feels odd reaching for the whip.
I am excited about that because I can't see a reality of me not doing that in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm open to changing that.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. As long as you don't get... I think it would be, like you said, I think this would be a very good project to show our viewers that this is going to work, and that there's the knowledge bit, then there's also the willingness of the person to go really challenge their own thinking and going, you know what, I'm open to this. I'm open to changing my beliefs. Let's go. Self-awareness. Let's do this and then see how we go. And it's really, I feel excited now. Like I thought, where are we going?
We thought we were going to talk about just AI at the beginning of this.
Well, technically it still is.
Yeah. I mean, like we're using AI to help these applications, do a lot of the grunt work.
Yeah.
But it's not really about AI. It isn't. It's about process and context of ideas to help the brain rewire.
Do you think as an outcome of this that you might change the way your software is being coded? Not really. Like, do you think there's a possibility you go, oh, I've tried this. Maybe this guy's, maybe I have to change it a bit more here. Change it.
That never stops.
Oh, right. Okay.
That never stops.
That makes sense.
Every single engagement, I watch that experience. I watch what flows, what doesn't, and it just floods my brain with what needs to change in that process, feature, application.
Right.
It's nonstop. If I see someone making it difficult and I feel like it's an extraordinary case, I might not rush to change the application.
Yeah.
But I'm building it to scales, which means I often can come up with ideas and creativity to evolve it in a good way, even if it's only one person.
Right.
That it would help. But the truth is, each person is an archetype of that struggle of many other people that will be similar.
Yep.
So generally, you should care about everyone's experience and why they're experiencing it in a way that it's just not flowing.
All right.
So I think, I'll learn a lot. It was just by default, it will guide me. Yeah. All right, shall we wrap up because we went
Way over.
Yeah,
It was so quick.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching the show. I'm really excited about this project. It's called the Asian Sensation Project, and I'm the willing goose.
Yeah.
And we will plan something eventually, and we will share the structure of the so-called project with the team, and expect a few changes here and there, but the gist of the channel is still gonna be more live than ever now.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
this is gonna be real now.
Cool.
So anyway, thank you everybody for your time, and share this link if you feel censor.
Yeah, and remember, get alerts when we release material so you can stay on the journey of the Asian sensation.
Yes, sir.
The willing goose.
The willing goose.
All right.
All
Bye
right.
for now. Thank you for joining the Reinvent You show.
And remember, don't take yourself or life too seriously.